Welcome to our Kangen Distributors Weekly meeting on this 8th of July. We have this meeting every Wednesday morning. Been doing this for the last since 2014 now. Sam Sia here from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'd like to introduce my co-host Michael Saw from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia here as well. So we have this meeting every week whereby we have a different speaker, uh, mostly Kangen distributors from Malaysia and around the world. So I'd like to pass the floor to Michael. Over to
Thank
you,
you very
Michael.
much, Sam. Now, for those of you who are new, you may not be familiar with the handsome gentleman who just spoke. He's actually the team leader, our team leader for Full House Power. And he has been organizing this kind of activities for the last several years. And we must give him a big round of applause for his great work and also his persistence in wanting to bring good things to all of us so that we can improve and progress in the Kangen business. Uh, Anything else you would like to add, Sam, before we go on to call upon the speaker for
Okay.
today?
Yes. Just one thought came to mind. This morning when I was in the shower, and this has always been on my mind. On when everybody, all of us here want to be successful. All of us here wants to be rich. Who here wants to be rich? From a show of hands, right? So I was just recalling this book that I read called "The Science of Getting Rich." Getting rich, actually, it is a science. It is a science. It is not an art. It is a science. So there are certain when you talk about science, right? It is a law. So you do one thing. There's certain things that you need to get done, and that will lead to your riches. So I would highly recommend that everybody get hold of the book, The Science of Getting Rich. It is as simple as that. The Science of Getting Rich. You can probably download a PDF copy from the internet. There's only one author, which is Wallace D. Waters. Okay. I read the book many years ago, about 20 years ago, and I read the book about 10 years ago, and it's sort of like crystallized everything about about getting successful, and really to really put it into a gist is that you need to just bring value to your customers. If you can bring value to your customers, you'll be rewarded. It's as simple as that. And one of the ways you can bring value to your customers is find products out there in the world which will give value to your customers. And when you give value, you also receive value. In the case of the Kangen machine, all right, it is product of a massive value. When you recommend it to your customers sees the value, he buys a machine, he gets value, and you get paid. It's as simple as that. So that's my share for today. All right. So with that,
Thank,
I'll just pass the floor back to you, Michael.
thank you, Sam. We'll remember what you have to say. Bring value to our customers. Thank you. And the book again that you mentioned is The Science of Getting Rich. Someone asked for the author's
The
name
science of
again.
getting
You
rich.
may have to type in the name of the author so that they can get it right. Thank you. At this stage, what we want to do is to bring along our speaker for today, Mr. Chin Xiao Fong. Now, Mr. Chin has been in the business and doing very, very well in the business. His position now is 6A5-4, and he's from Sabah. He's got a lot of things to share today, and his topic for today is called the normal one. Mr. Chin, are you ready to share with us your wonderful journey and your wonderful story? A lot of us call him a Sifu. You can ask him later why do they call him Sifu Chin. Chin, are you ready, Chin? Is Chin with us? Oh, Sam, you have to unmute Chin.
Yeah, okay. I've already made him a co-host already. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm on.
Welcome,
Hi
Mr.
guys.
Chin.
Okay, yeah, good. Thank you very much for Sam and Michael, everybody here for the opportunity to share here.
Speak into the phone. We cannot hear you that well,
Can you hear me?
Chin. Much better.
It's better like this. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Okay, it's my pleasure to share my story with you. 8 years I've been in Kangen water business, but this business has really changed my life. Um, this is true. This has really changed my life. So why I use the word the normal one, because I am really the normal one. Many people sometimes we thought that only special people can make it in businesses like this. So if 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I probably think the same thing. I also might think that there is some special person, they are gifted, they will be able to make it big in network marketing in the businesses. But I think I prove it. Normal person can do it also. So if I can do it, same is all of you. So everyone can do it. So I'm going to just share very simply my story. I'm just making it very short, so that people so maybe later on we can do some conversations here. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen here. So this is my Kangen journey. Oops, let me start from here. So if you see my photo, can you see the screen? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my journey. The organization that I had, we have a name here. We call ourselves True Help 9.5 International. This is my journey. When you talk about my business, you got to talk about my wife, okay? Because it's together, we are in the same business together. So my wife is Liesl, right? Okay, and this is me, the normal one. All right. Okay, how did I take this name? Okay, some of you might know that I have my favorite football team, which is Liverpool. Liverpool has recently just won the Premier League in the last 30 years. In the last 30 years, they have gone a barren run. They did not did anything right until right now. So in the last week, so many newspaper has come up, and every time they come out, they actually talk about who. They actually talk about the coach. So surprisingly, they didn't talk so much about the players. Every football team, of course, they have good players, but in this, they are talking about the coach. It's a German guy called Klopp, right? And this guy, he called himself the normal one. Now remember, there's a few years ago another very famous coach in England. His name is Mourinho. When the news went to interview, he called himself, "I'm the special one." There's some people they like to call themselves the special one. But this Klopp, this German guy, he came in, he called himself, "I'm the normal one." So the news was very special. Why he call himself like that? He says, "I come in to take up the coach, but there's a lot of job to be done, a lot of work to be done. So we just have to get down to get it working." So he spent 5 years working with the Liverpool team, and and there's so many things that they have to change, one by one, changing the belief system of the team. And I believe that that's very true. People's like football team, if you want to make a football team strong, what do? You give them a lot of money, buy players like that. Or you can also give them the support to train their own people. And I think this is what I believe in. I say this is very good. Not all of us, we are born the special one. Sam, are you special one or the normal one, Sam? He say he is also normal one, right? So, but we are all normal one, but normal one can make it in this business. So this is the business that changed my life. Change your water, change my life, and I really believe in it. This is my motivation. Jeremiah, Jonathan, but this is the older photos. This is in 2007, and this is the oldest photo I can find. But they are my motivations. In that 8 years in Ajik, I actually personally have sold to about 70 over friends, personal friends. But I have been busy in the last 8 years. And as a result of it, the total, there are about 37,000 total group sales since then. And this business changed my life. Now we have been able to travel as a family to many places: Japan, Taiwan, China, Macau, Hong Kong, Disney, Jerusalem. We were in Petra, Jordan. We visited Energy Factory. My boys has been there 2 times. My mom has been there. I have been there for 5 times already in Energy Factory. Uh, yeah, so these some of the thoughts. And after I started the Kangen water business, so I started to get active again in some of these sports. Try to do it. Scuba diving, that was with Bernard together, and I just proved that, you see, elephant also can climb to the top. You see, so it's the normal one can climb also. Okay, and we went to Perth, and this is, I think, 2 years ago. We were in Perth, and that was fantastic.
Chin, are you there?
Suddenly we cannot hear Chin. Is
I think we
there a
lost him.
technical problem? Yeah.
I think we lost him. I think his internet connection.
It's now back. Chin, we can't hear you, Chin. Your mic.
No sound.
Okay, now you can hear now. You can hear
You can
you.
hear me, right? So I'm not using mic. I'm not using the hands-free. Is it okay now?
Very good, clear.
Okay, very good. Okay, yeah. So I where were I say I just proved that the elephants can climb trees too. Did you hear this part? So I tried to do some things that I have not been able to do before. Actually, there are many things that we are able to do before, but we have already somehow tell ourselves that we are not able to do it. It's impossible. That's why after this Kangen, it opens up my mind, and I'm trying to do something that I have been never done before. You know, it's not that we cannot do it. It's just that we always feel that it's difficult. So, for example, like skydiving, and not only that, I get my wife to do it, and I even get my two boys to do it together. So they are 15, 16 now. So we four of us, we jump up from the aeroplane. Why I choose this skydiving? Because because actually skydiving is not that difficult. You know, skydiving is not difficult. You don't even need to jump, because they will throw you out from the airplane. Sorry. So there's nothing difficult about it, but the difficulty is in our heart. So what's the very dangerous? It's very difficult. Some of us, we thought that it's very expensive. It's a very expensive sport, things like that. Now, but actually it is not. So this is one of the things that I chose for all of us as a family to experience it, just to break that mental barrier. So why we cannot do it? So this is my big why. I think that it's important that when we do Kangen water, we need to find out about the big why that we have. Now, actually, but when you talk about the big why, some of you on the line here, you may have very strong big why. You know exactly why you want to do this. You know exactly. But we doesn't always start like this. Many of us, we started off, the big why is actually very small. The first reason that we first started to do business is I want to make some extra income, and I think that is okay. That is okay, especially for a new person. I come in, I think this very good, can help people, can make some income. I think that is fine. That is fine with it. But as the year goes by, as we continue in this business, then our why become clearer and clearer. And of course, today I know that is my big why. My family. But in the last 2 years, then I started to have a little bit more clearer idea. I say yes. I say that the family is my big why. It is true, but it is not everything. I say the reason that I did Kangen water is this. It is the freedom. I wanted that part. From young, I want to do something different. I want to be something different. Sometimes in school, I talk too much. I was punished by the teacher because I try to stand up. I try to do something different. I try to say something against my friends. I try to be something different. I don't know what is that. You know, of course, those are not good. That's very immature. But later on, I then find out that I don't want to be in the norm. I don't want to stay in the office for the rest of my life. I don't want that. I think that is not right to me. Yeah, so that's why then later on, it was later part of my Kangen careers. Then I noticed that I said, wow, my big wife is not my family. That is obviously very important. But the reason I love to do this business is because of the freedom, not just the freedom from financial freedom, but it is also the freedom from the what do you call it, chains, the invisible chains of work, red race that is binding us. So that is my big why. So before Inagic, I okay, I'm gonna show you my very impressive resume, right? I was an assistant restaurant manager. I sell pumps, I sell timeshare programs, I sell English courses, I organize MBA courses, I was into timber logging, I was doing apart from this, I also went into network marketing. I was with Bel Air, which is Land Berger Brothers Company. I was in New Skin. I was in Melaleuca. Wow, impressive, right? So then later on, I found out that many of my friends of my age also like this. They already have 10 or more experiences. Some is work, jump from one company to another company. Sometimes there is also when you're working, you try to get into some ventures, trying to do some businesses. Yeah, and that is me. I mean, like that. So why so special? So you want to talk about special? What's so special? I don't know what's so special. Okay, maybe people will talk about, okay, oh, maybe you have experience in network marketing. Now that was my 3 companies that I was been with. Bel Air Land Berger is my first company. That was in 1998 when I come back from Kuala Lumpur to Sabah side, and I started doing the Bel Air business. But that was more an experience for me because it was the first time I get involved with network marketing. Now I want to say this: it was great because that opens up my mind for this, what you call this, my mind. It opens me up to see the network marketing. I never know about this word called network marketing until then. Then the first time I heard about network marketing. Not only that, I not only just involved in the business, but because of that, I was able to read books. So one of the book that I read is my first year in network marketing. Okay, that was the complete book, the bigger one. That opens up my mind to a business called network marketing. I've never seen network marketing like that. In school, we were always trained to work hard, get a job, work hard, and then climb it up along the stairs. Uh, climb stage by stage. You climb up your career. That was what we were taught to do so. But I never seen that there was such a business called network marketing that can give people freedom to pursue a career, pursue financial freedom. So that was Bel Air. I was in the middle management. I went up to accounts, I think. So later on, company has some problem and we stop it. Okay, all my team, everyone stopped. Okay, now so like many people, we stop network marketing and then we will tell ourselves that okay, no more. We don't want to do anymore. Then another few years later, another company, US company, came in. They are so big. They are in the top 10 in US. They were so impressive, and they came into Malaysia. So 1 month before that, we got the news of it. Together with a few friends, we fill up the form. 1 month before they started in Malaysia. Why? Very simple. This is a chance. This is top 10 US company. They cannot fail. They are too big to fail. Definitely they came into Malaysia. It is going to be a boom. And it is true. So we joined and then we started doing the business. Okay, we joined because we want to do the business. So we joined. We started doing the business. We get to, I forgot what is the executive level, Ruby executive, something like that. We have few leaders underneath us. But after a few years, it stopped again. Why? Because very tiring, especially to the maintenance or all this thing. Now, this is a good company. I will not join any company without a good product. Right? I believe in that, right? But it was tough continuing like that. um, I was we were reasonably hardworking. We were very good at shielding ourselves from negativities because we want to do it. Because we know when you have the clear why, you don't care about negativities, problems, obstacles. You just continue doing it. But I cannot stop my friends from stopping. So some of my downlines they cannot take it. So these are my partners. They cannot take it. So one by one they drop off. So every time when they drop off, I need to find another person to fill their shoes so that I doesn't drop. You get what I mean? So it becomes a very tiring process, and you got stuck there in the bottleneck. You just cannot break through. So later on, we stopped. So after New Skin, we stopped for a few years. We stopped for a few years. Now, later on, few years later, then there is another company called Melaleuca coming into Malaysia. So again, no, we don't want to do business again. But again, we look at it. Wow, different concept. Talking about household products, and also very impressive company. And this time we were invited by my friends. We were invited by John. No, it was Raymond Sun. Raymond Sun came and told us that Melaleuca is coming in. I want you to work together with John into this business. So again, we joined it 1 month before it started the Malaysia office. Again, we worked, and then again, I was the second biggest distributor in Sabah. First is John. He was my upline. So then secondly is us. So we was doing quite well. But same old problem. We hit a bottleneck, and then it gets very tiring. People drops off, and you cannot progress. And so you are busy recruiting new people, but you are actually filling up the potholes. So you're trying to fill up the potholes so that you doesn't drop ranks. So it become very tiring process, and it stops again. Now I'm sharing this with you because these are very good companies. I would not join a company that's not strong because I believe in longevity, long-term business. So, but with this company, they have so strong, yet I fail. So that's why I said I'm a normal one. If I am a special one, I would have done it in Bel Air, in New Skin, in Melaleuca. I would have done it already if I'm the special one. I am. I'm not. Okay. Now, and this is very interesting. Why do I join these three companies? For money, right? Because I saw the business opportunity. But later on in 2011, when the first time I heard about Kangen Water, I did not bought Kangen Water for the business. I told myself, I said, I need this. Why? Because in New Skin, in Melaleuca, and in Bel Air, I learned this word antioxidant. Antioxidant. And I know antioxidant is so important for us. So how do I get antioxidant? I buy antioxidant. I buy supplements. I buy supplements in order to get antioxidants. If I have friends that is sick, what do? I introduce them antioxidants. My family members, I buy antioxidants for them. But in Kangen 2011, right? I was introduced to Kangen water. Then that was the first time it broke my mind. Say, there was antioxidant in Kangen water. So I bought the machine, but I did not want to do business. You see the difference? When I was in New Skin, I was in Melaleuca. I joined, and I will then use whatever products that you have. I joined your company because I want to do the business. Then I will use whatever product they use. I believe in that we must be loyal to the company, use every product they experience it, change the whole household, everything to their products. But in Kangen water is different. I bought the machines. I do not want to do the business. I told myself it was very tiring. But 6 months later, I changed my mind. Because 6 months later, then I noticed that Kangen water really works. Testimony started to come in. And then I was impressed with it. Then I went back to read the books. Already I have. I just look at them. I didn't go into reading it. So now I start pick up some of the book. I start read, and I noticed that hey, Dr. Shinya has been using this for so many years already. 20 over years they have been telling people to drink Kangen water. So I saw all these books. Then I asked myself, do I want to do it? So that was in March 2012. Now, so that is my uh, introducer. It's Raymond San and John and June. That's how I joined. Okay, now let me just go back 6 months ago. How do I join? It was like that. 2011, Raymond San one day he called me. Raymond San is from Singapore. He called me up and said, Chin, I just want to let you know I have met with John and June in the airport in Singapore. I just talked to them, and there is a business that we want to go in together, and I want you to be in. You'll be going in John's and June's group. Now, remember we were in Malacas together, but I was so very tired already. I said, no, 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 that was a before story. I'm not interested into any business, but I'm a nice guy, okay? So, but I'm a nice guy. I didn't shoot Raymond. I just asked him, so what business are you asking me to go into? He said, you know, but just let me know what's the company name. He said it's called Kangen Water. I said, Kangen Water? Oh, I heard it before, Raymond. 6 months ago, someone from Singapore called me and talked to me about Kangen Water, and I did not join. Who was that? Okay, so see, the story is this. Raymond San called me in September 2011, right? But in March, 6 months ago, March 2011, there was another person from Singapore called me and told me about Kangen Water. This guy, I don't know him. He get my phone number from someone else. Guess who's this guy's name in Singapore? His name is Bernard Chan. He got my number from another person and he called me up and I talked to him over the phone a little bit, yeah, no, but I was totally shut off. Okay, he told me that there is a friend coming to Sabah. Would I like to meet him up? I went to meet his friend there in Sabah, but I spent 10 minutes there and I left. I wasn't impressed. I was so hard-headed, and I was so proud that I whatever, if you want to make a lot of money, it's your business, not with me. Okay, that is called pride. Okay, anyway, my friend, that is called pride. Okay, I'm not into money. If you want to earn a lot of money, that is your business. Actually, that is called pride. I didn't know that time. So then of course we never contacted because I don't even I never met Bernard before. It's just over the phone that we talk about. Now, it was later that Raymond told me that John and June has already decided to come in, and I want to come in. It was so he I don't want, but Raymond came over to KK, and there was so many times he told me about it. I told him the same thing. I said, no, I'm not interested, Raymond. I already know about this Kangen Water, and I already found out the price. It's crazy. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to get this machine, and I am not going to do this business. That's why I told him many times. But Raymond was very steady. He understand why I say don't want, because I don't know. I know nothing about Kangen Water. So one day, finally, I broke. You know what happened? Because Raymond kept asking me this question. He said, have you watched a video? Have you watched a video? Have you watched a video? At that time, I never seen demo and anything. So he just asked me, have you watched a video? No, I said, what video? No, what video? What video? So in the hotel room there, he used his laptop, and show me the video. The first video that I saw was in Najib. No, it was the Japan hospital using ionized water in the hospital. That really blew my mind. How can a hospital using ionized water? That was the first video that I saw. Then later on, I saw all this demo, all these kind of things, as I told you about antioxidant. And then that was the time that I now I already convinced, I already know how powerful is antioxidant, but I just cannot imagine that now you can drink water and take antioxidant. You are drinking water, but you're actually taking in antioxidant. So that was when I decided to join. Now that was in 2011 September. I joined, but I did not want to do business. You see, now I'm convinced that the product is good. I think I want it, but in my mind it's like this: water is just water. I know it prevents cancer because if you take antioxidant, it will help your body prevent cancer. But how do I know? Maybe after 10 years, 20 years, if I don't have cancer, then I will tell you that it works, right? Because it prevents cancer. See, 20 years later, I'm still cancer-free, so it prevents cancer. In my heart, I believe in that. But then in the next 6 months, what happened? One thing about Kangen Water is you have a unlimited supply of water, not only to your families but to your friends. Now, I did not want to do the business, but I was curious, when friends have this problem, okay, give them some water. You have gout, hyaluronic acid, give them some water. Try it out, just free, just go. Try it out on our food, okay, wow, cooking, wow, it turns very well. So introduce my friend, let's go and try it out into cooking, things like that, and stories by stories keep coming in, and and uh, and and 6 months later, in March 2012, I decided to start the business. So I'm sharing you this story because I want you to see the contrast. Before Inajik, what happened? I was with the three network marketing. Why do I join them? Because I saw the opportunity. I saw this is a chance for me to jump away from working in the red race. I already knew the word. What is a red race? You're spinning in the work, getting more work, getting better job. But at the end, you're still in the red race. So I know that is an opportunity for me to jump out. I joined the companies. I believe your product is very good. Whatever product you have, I will use. Right? But I joined you because of the money. But in Ajit, this is different. I joined because I saw that there's what my family needs, antioxidant. And I should have been drinking this 20 years ago. I should have started it earlier. But this business that changed everything. And it really grew our business. Now, so what happened after that? There's no office. Why is the reason I didn't want to do? First of all, I have not started drinking the water. Now I believe the water is good. I bought it. It was from Hong Kong. We have to send money to Hong Kong, then they'll send us a machine. So there's no office, no upline. Right? John and June, they are like 2 weeks earlier than me. So a lot of things we sit down and we have to discuss together. Raymond Sun is in Singapore. We only see him like 1 month later. So we have very limited knowledge. We don't have a center. We don't have office in Ajit. We don't have our center, our home. We don't have testimonies even. It's just whatever testimony I see is Hong Kong, US, all these kind of people. No one that we know. So that was the reason that I do not want to start business. Now, remember in March, one day I decided I want to do this business. Now, I want to tell this story. What happened during that day? I remember very clearly. I will never forget it. Right. So I was in my house. It was in an older house. It's just a very small apartment there. And Lisa, my wife, she is washing plates there. And I went to the water machine and I took some water. And then I was just drinking. I just asked him, "Hey, Lisa, want to do this business or not? Huh? Really want to do or not? Huh?" I asked Lisa. And Lisa said this, "Do lah, why are you thinking so much?" I was like surprised, sometimes I'm a bit hot-headed, so I will see opportunities, I'll jump into it, It was my wife that is more steady. She will pull the handbrake and then ask me to think through, But this time she said, "Do lah." She said, and my wife said this, I said, "You already every day talking to people about Kangen water, but you always tell people that, oh no, I'm sorry, I actually not doing this business." We are one side, we are telling people how good Kangen water is. On the other side, we are telling them, actually, we are not doing this business. So why don't you just seriously do it? We need the money also. Lizzo said, we was really, really poor, okay, right? So she said this. And I remember I say to Lisa this, I said, okay, right, if I do, I am going to seriously do it, okay? I'm going to seriously do it. That means you got to take care of the rest of the things. Many other things, the children, the whatever works that we have right now, you got to handle all these kind of things, right? Because I'm going to seriously do it. Are you agree with it or not? And Lisa said, yes. He says, now, so that's how we started. 400 machines in 6 months. Not just me. I personally, I did about 100 only. But I went to John in June. John, I said, "John, I am going to start to do this business. Are you doing it or not?" Now, John is already started, but John is like selling to friends. So he's like 10 over 20 machines. Like he's just selling to friends. He's not serious. He didn't know about building this as a business. He's just like selling to some friends. So 20 over units. So I said, John, are you seriously want to do or not? If you, because I'm doing, if you don't do, I will still do. But if you want to do, then we can partner together, we can work together. I can so we can help each other. You can help me also. I said so we can do this together. Yes, so together in the next 6 months there are 400 machines coming out from Sabah. So have we thought of that? No, we never thought of that. 400 machines, because to us is uh, you know, I remember there was in, so this is in 2012 March when we started, right? 2012. So in my first 6 months, when I was a user, I introduced about 7%. The only 7%, right? Bought the machine. But in the next 6 months, as a distributor, now we are seriously doing it. In the next 6 months, my team has 95 units. 95 units. Then we become a 6A. By August, we become a 6A. Then we went to KL. Then we in the KL for the first meeting. That was the first time I met with Sam. We were doing a training. Sam, you still remember the training? It was in the My Hotel. It was called My Hotel. It was just a small hotel outside of Mid Valley. Yeah? That time we don't have budget for whatever Citytel or even Gardens Hotel. So Boulevard Hotel, we don't have budget for that. So we used a very small hotel there, and then we were there, and Sam, they all was already doing very well, because Sam, they all started 6 months earlier, but they were also still surprised. How come this Sabah? This is like no man's land. So Sabah, small place, you can do 6 months and 400 units. So that was the first time we met with each other. So how do we do it? So for me, when I first started, there was the few simple techniques that I do. Okay, now I'm just sharing with you my first. This is my first 6 months when I first started. This is how I do. It might be a bit different, but I'm just sharing my story with you. Now, what do? I first of all show people the video. Okay, I tell you why I show the video. I show the video to break their mindset. Now, if I don't show the video, many people will think that it's just water. So I will take out my iPad or my handphone. I'll show them. Okay, can I just show you a video? It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, I show them Japan Hospital video. How Japan Hospital is using this water called ionized water to treat things. So I just break the mindset. I'm not talking about to you about water. I'm talking to you about special thing called Kangen water. All right. Then show them some certifications, whatever things that is in our hands. I show them some things, show them books, show them that, hey, you know who is drinking water? I just go online and do some search. Okay, you see for yourself. Now I don't who is who. Right? We do demos, we do presentations to them. They have to see themselves. Whether to one to one or one to many, you do the same thing. And so this is what we do. And when we do it all our massive action. We do it seriously. We do it so that people know that I am doing the Kangen water business. This is my car. This is the same car. Okay, we have, but this is the later models that we have Kangen water there. So this is very early in my stage. First few years, my time. This is how we're doing it. We're doing it so that people see people doing all our massive actions. Now, that time, I did not know this word called all out massive actions. Many of you would have been joining our training. You will know that the all out massive actions is actually from this guy called Eric Warwick. Eric Warwick. Okay, all out massive actions. Now, but when he talks about the all out massive actions, it was only in the last few years that I heard about this word called all out massive actions. I didn't understand that. But when he talks about all massive action, yeah, I said, hey, this is exactly what we did years ago. This is the process that we go years ago. All massive action means this: you got to do your business seriously. Don't just do it slowly. Slow and steady will not win you the race. Slow and steady, if you do things slow and steady, your business cannot take off. If you want your business to take off, you need to learn from the pilot. They really go on full blast until it flies up. Why? Because if you want to beat the law of gravity, you need to have full blast, you have to need full throttles until when you took off, until when you are in the air, then the law of aerodynamic will take away. That was when you can gliding, start gliding. But starting time, you want this to take off, you must go all up. So I remember that, yeah, that was how I did it. I was very busy in the first 6 months. I told myself in the first 6 months, no matter what I do, every day I must have a demo. That was me, okay? Yeah. So it was not about every day how many people I see. Obviously, I need to see many people, but I understand that the demo is so important. You need to show people a demo. So I keep myself a target. I say every day I must have demo. If I don't have demo, I cannot go home. Actually, the first few days I didn't make it, but because I was keeping on doing this. Yes, it's true. Second week onwards, every day I was busy. Every day I have demo going on. First was with my friends, and then later on for my downlines, and then we have demos going on. So that was what Eric always says. Then Eric always says that if you wanted to do your business or massive actions, your family members will know. Then I think about it. Hey, it's true. It's true. The first thing I went is I talked to Lisa. Hey, if I'm going to do this, I'm seriously going to do it. So I talked to my wife. I says, you're going to handle what kind of things? Because if I'm doing it, I will be very busy. I will not see you so often. I will have to ask you to help do some of these things. Take the uh, uh, take the responsibility for me. Help help me to hold some of these responsibilities. Are you agree with it or not? So this is what I went in to talk to Lisa about it, and she agreed. So I'm so grateful during that time. So Eric Worre was saying this. This is many years later, right? But I think back, I said it's true. That was what Eric Worre said is true. Yeah, that was what we first started. And I remember that when I talked to Lisa, I said this, Lisa, if I do this, I'm going to seriously do this. And I was very clear. When I say seriously do it, I mean two things. Number one, seriously means I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to see people every day. It will take a lot of time. It is not just what Malay said, my. Okay, it is not just a playful thing. It's not just a sometime things. It will be a full time. We will all the time. I'll be doing this seriously. Okay. The other thing, what I mean seriously is right from the start. I already decided if I want to do this seriously, I want to build groups. Now this is very major point for me because of my experience from what from Bel Air, from New Skin, from Melaleuca. It teaches me network marketing is about building teams. Network marketing is not about selling machines, selling products. That's why I don't like to be known as direct salesperson. And I very offended, especially in the first few years when people say, "Hey, this guy sell Kangen water machine." My friend introduced me. This guy sell water Kangen machine. Sorry, I don't sell Kangen water machine. I have to correct my friend. I don't sell Kangen machine. Huh? I thought you sell Kangen water machine. No. I'm building my. I have to tell him. I have to tell him that because now I'm holding my image. I'm holding my image. I have to believe that I'm building a business. I'm not selling Kangen water machines. Okay. So I'm not allergic to the commission. Actually, I would love the commission, but whenever people say that, yeah, this guy is selling Kangen water machine, I have to correct him. I say no. I'm building my Kangen water business. So that was the start of this business. 6 months. 6 months. I talk to people about the product. I do demo. I talk about marketing plans, and then I become 6As, and later on become 6A2, 6A22s, and we have been able to travel to so many places. Okinawa, we take awards. Then later on in 2015, we upranked to 6A23. Then we have the three there, 6A233s in Okinawa.
experiencing some internet problem there. Just bear with Chin for a while. Yeah. So who here are normal? Who? Anyone here who's normal? Put up your hand or type in the chat box. Yes. I believe you are normal too, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of us, I would say most of us are normal, but there are some of us who are a bit abnormal. I'm actually one of the abnormal ones. It's Chin. Where is Chin now?
Chin, if you can hear us, we have lost your voice.
Oh, Zahid is.
Hi.
Okay, you're back again. Good.
Okay, sorry. Now I know the internet problem. We solved it already. Okay, so finished already. Actually, where was I when I was cut off? Where was I when I was cut off?
Never mind, you can start anywhere now, Chin. You can start from anywhere.
Oh, my Kangen tree, right?
Yes.
Kangen tree. Yeah, actually, that's it. I think that's it. I'm so grateful for the three businesses, the three network marketing when I went in there. I think that was very important for me, even though I did not make it really big there. But it gives me the foundations, the belief, the understanding what I'm pursuit of. And it gives me a lot of clarity why I'm doing this business. It's not about selling machines, it's about building it as a business. I think that really helps me a lot. I remember a few years back, I was in Singapore. I was just doing this sharing. So I was sharing to the crowd there. I said, hey, many people, you might ask me, who is teaching you doing this kind of water business? I said, God teach me. And I say this, I said, God has been teaching me for the past 20 years. What do you mean? What do you mean God teaching you for the past 20 years? You just started your Kangen water a few years ago, right? Now, but here's the thing. All the experience from New Skin Meraroka, or all the experience from those failures, we call it the failures, those are actually lessons from life. If we take it as failures, then it remains as failures. It doesn't help you. But if you take it as lessons, then you can use it. You can use it in your business. So those are the times that I reflect back in New Skin Meraroka. What did I did right? What did I did wrong? I start to compare the marketing plans, things like that, the weakness and strength of each company. Then am being able to analyze and to do my Kangen business more effectively. So I say God has been using all these failures in life to teach us. Right? So yeah, that's true for me. Okay, so that's my part of my sharing. Okay.
Thank you very much, Chin, for your wonderful experiences and sharing. You are actually a product of what Bob Proctor says, The poor of the 21st century is not going to be those who are illiterate, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. You are a great example. You have gone through so many big companies. You learned, come back into another one. You learn again, and in Enagic, you unlearn and relearn, and you became even bigger. You are actually one of those guys we will call from ordinary to extraordinary. No wonder people call you Grandmaster Sifu. Why would people give you this name, Chin? Would you know? Can you let us know?
Now, it started from Noli and Zahid's team. They are being called Sifu. Everybody call them Sifu. Then later on, they call me Sifu also.
Not Sifu, Grandmaster Sifu.
Master Sifu, yeah.
Because you are the.
Funny.
Yeah.
That was very funny. One time, Belinda brought a team members to come to Sabah National Park for training, right? So they get the tour companies to arrange everything for them. So the local tour guide WhatsApp them. Seriously, can I check with you what kind of team is this? Is this a spiritual team, religious team? Because I heard that you got Sifu master in your group like that. You know? So no, we are not the. I'm not the monk. I'm not the Sifu.
But you're the team leader. From you, the group grew. So actually, it's a very good and respectable honorific. You must be feeling good about that.
Yes, definitely feeling good. Feel good.
Uh, you are really great. No, yesterday you were already traveling in Sandakan. You got to rush back to your
No, I'm
hometown to
still in
be able
Sandakan.
to do this. And yet
I'm
you're
still in
still so
Sandakan.
energetic.
I'm doing well.
Energetic.
And a few days time, Friday, I'm going to Selingan Island. I'm going to stay there at night. We go out to see the turtle lay eggs. Because I'm bringing my children, everybody going to see turtle lay eggs.
You must be leading a great life, a successful life, having done so well
So
in
if you,
Kangan.
Michael, you're by the beach there, you know, you got coconut trees behind you.
Yeah. Tell us some of your challenges, especially when you started, there was no office at all, and yet you're able to persevere until today so successfully. Can you share with us some of the challenges you have to face and how you overcame them?
Okay, first thing is, I think, actually seriously thinking about that, the challenges is only how I push myself to work. Because I am so laid back, okay? I am so laid back. Sometimes my wife is the one that will push me up from my sofa to work. Okay, thanks for her. You know, I'm so laid back. So how do I challenge myself to go out to work, to go out to spend the time into the work part? So but I remember I set up a lot of small things. For example, I tell myself one day more. That was my mantra. One day more. Okay. Some people don't understand what do you mean one day more. One day more only take you 1.5 hours. But in order to set up that one day more, especially my first 2 weeks of my life, I practically go out and drink coffee so many times with my friends. Now this is different from in KL or many other parts. In KL, you cannot drive around and have coffee with other people, right? Because it's so difficult. But in KK, my place here, I don't like to make phone calls. I hate making phone calls. Right? So I rather call them up. Hey, where are you? I'm coming and look for you for breakfast. And I was there. I make sure that wife, tomorrow onwards, no more breakfast with you. I tell my wife, no more lunch with you, no more breakfast, no more. Okay. I make sure that right from the morning breakfast, I need to have breakfast with somebody else. Now, 8 years ago, when I did that, I have breakfast, then I have brunch, then I have lunch, and then I have tea, then I have second tea. I will have many coffee sessions with many friends. No, this doesn't end with demo, but I just need to connect with them. Okay, then somehow later on it will. I need to get one demo a day. See, this is how, right? So it was so I do that so much until sometimes when I sit down with a friend, when we order drinks, I say, okay, Chinese tea, panas, okay, just tea, nothing else, just plain Chinese tea, plain tea, no sugar, nothing else. You know, two reasons. I gotta tell you, two reasons. Number one, I drink so much, I'm worried about my blood sugar level. So I got no choice. I have to drink without sugar. One. Secondly, I am really poor that time. So I try to save some money. So if you have a lot of friends, especially if they are eating like that, I better get a drink. So later on, can skip the bill, right? If I'm meeting with one-to-one, of course I pick up the bill. But because I meet so many people, I have to be smart, and that was how we started. So that my challenge is how to push myself to go to work. Other than that, I am quite clear because I know that okay, in order to grab people's attention, I need to first break their attention first. So I show them the video. Then I started to show them the demo. Show the demo, how to do the demo, and then mix with video, mix with demo, mix with some books. I make use of this, leverage on all these things. So my challenge is how do I push myself to do. Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that. I got it from you. You're talking about connection, staying connected with people whom you want to bring into this business in some real life ways. In your case, having a drink, having a makan,
Yeah.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Do you still place a lot of importance on doing demos at this stage of time? Because there are a lot of people talking about online, online, online. It doesn't sound, that online you can do much personal demos.
Oh, I think demo is very important, but we got to understand it is different from 8 years ago. Every 10 years, things change, right? For example, eight
Yes.
years ago we don't have WhatsApp, so it's different. How do you send a video to other people? Those times, if I want to show you a demo, I need to download it into my handphone first. So that's very difficult time. So we meet people, we do live demos. I believe live demo is good, but right now in this world, I also believe in what I call this pre prospecting. Or we cast the net bigger. So right now we have Facebook. Those times we don't have Facebook, or even have Facebook, we are not good at it. So right now, we are more in contact with many other people. So I think demo is still important in every one of our presentations. Normally demos will come up, but sometimes approach is also one thing. Now I am very big into approaching by business. Yeah, approach people from the business, I believe, but I believe in mix of two. I think that this product is good, okay, but because this product is good, that's why it make the business fantastic. So it depends on how I approach people first, whether I approach people based on the business or I approach people based on health. But end up is the demo will come out. The
Thank
demo will
you.
come
Thank
out
you
now.
for
But it
sharing.
also, yeah. But one thing also, how long is the demo? I used to do demo for 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I used to. Now no more. My demo is 20, 30 minutes and then let them ask questions.
Why did you
We can't
change?
do, huh?
Tell us why did you change?
Again, people has different. The economy, everything is different. Now we are getting into a busier world. You need to catch people's attention. The other thing is like this. Last time I talked about demo for 1.5 to 2 hours. I can do a presentation for 3 hours one. So later they will buy the machine. Why? Because they are actually, they probably have to get rid of me, so that they get a machine, things like that. But it is not effective if I want to share with them the business. I cannot continue to talk to them the business. And secondly, they are already scared to hell. This business is so difficult to do. Every customer you see, you treat 3 hours. Now, when I first started, I don't understand that. So then I was trying to cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down. It's difficult to cut down, by the way. Because to us, everything is important. Everything I want to share with you. So it will, but I believe that right now we should keep the demo simple and short. But we can use books. We can use other things to supplement to support our points. So right now this is how I do.
Wonderful. So your approach is not only consumers, you are also looking more importantly, for those team members, new team members. Is
Yeah,
that right?
partners. Yes.
So do you still constantly recruit at the moment?
Oh. Yes. I must say that there was a time of our life that we thought we already at this level, so we cut down, right? So we told ourselves, okay, that's why I do network marketing, so that I do not need to work at the whole time of my life. So who wants to keep recruiting people all the time of life? Now we tell ourselves like this. We tell ourselves like this. We tell our story like that. So I believe So we need to do more effective things like doing training, all these kind of things. So I slowed down on doing recruitments, but I remember it was going to Eric Worre. Again, Eric Worre, it opens up some mindsets. So there was one session. They asked everybody, okay, those people that you are on a six-figure income, they are talking about annually six-figure. That means you are $100,000 or more. You stand up. Okay, so we stand up. There's many of our team just stand up, and in that group there was so many people stand up. Wow, quite a lot of people are making six-figure US dollar. So in ringgit Malaysia, we are talking about 400,000 every year, 400,000 or more. Okay, so many people stand up. Then later on, he asked, what about those people who are $1 million earner, stand up, $1 million earner? Oh, wow, again, many people stand up, I sit down. Because 1 million ringgit Malaysia and 1 million US dollar, there's 4 times different, So they are talking about every year, if you can make 1 million US dollar, you stand up. Wow, we sit down. I think Sam stand up, Bernard stand up. There's only the two of them that stand up. The rest of us sit down. But in the group, there's some that stand up. Now, but it was later on when he Eric Worre himself, he was talking about the importance of doing recruitment. Now later on, he was asking those multiple million earners. So these are people, they are 2 million, 3 million or more in one year. And these are the people, veterans, they are 10 years, 20 years in the business. Say, how many people have you recruited? So they asked them one by one. The lowest one I heard is 200 personal recruitments. The higher one is 1,000 plus. That's over 20 over years. Then suddenly I understand, you know why we are making our money, but we didn't back through the other one? We stopped recruiting. That's the reason why they make so much more money than us.
That's a very good point that you have made, Sifu Chin. No wonder people call you Sifu. See, the purpose of me asking you this question is that a lot of these guys have gone up to 5A, 6A. They think, wow, they can pull back their brakes, and go slow. Thank you for sharing this wonderful point, because life, the Kangen life is a very long and varied life and happy life. Thank you for sharing this part of constantly recruiting. What kind of training programs do you have, Chin, in your group to develop your people?
Okay, the junior leaders, the leaders, when they have their own teams, of course, they will have trainings going on. Mostly the essentials, how to do demo. Okay, what are the books to read? What are the books talking about? These kind of things. The company background. It's actually nothing unusual. Everybody is doing it. But of course, for leader side, as for my side, then I started to talk a bit more on the mindsets. But
Mindset.
I think that's correct. The different people would have different. For example, if you go to Samsia, if Samsia give you 1 day with him, you got to stay Samsia 1 day in Fiji Island. He's going to teach you everything he earns. Like he knows. You don't want to go there and ask him to teach you how to do demo, right? I think you can do demo better than Samsia. Right. So we do trainings, but there are certain different things that we do differently. The emphasis is a bit more different.
Yeah, so that's it. And you have just said something about one of your team members, Belinda, doing special training in Sarawak. Could you amplify on that?
Sabah.
See how we could also benefit from that.
Okay, so it's very simple. It is trainings that they do it like an outings, like a short holidays. So it's not about just training, but it's also bonding. They could have done it
Bonding,
in
yes.
KL. Yeah, they could have done it in KL, but sometimes when it's too near to your homes, it's not effective. The feeling is different. So we create things like that, small trips. So like me, I am the ambassador for Sabah. So I say, come Sabah, Mount Kinabalu, right? Mount Kinabalu. So that's why they came now. So during the sessions, what do we do? Obviously, we are not going to give demo trainings there. Those are the things you could have done it in the office do it on your own already. So more is like bonding, mindset, okay, and also sharing. So give them chance to talk. So we have some games in. We are doing these things.
Team building games, do you do that?
Team building games. Yes, team building games.
So you find these activities very effective in team bonding and team building?
Yes, it is effective in the sense that there are some of them they are already doing the business, but they are not sure. I think there are many people like that. So people needs events to they when they are into events, when they are out there 2 or 3 days. First day they are not in there yet. Second day, but third day, then they started to cool down. They started to think. There was the breakthrough coming on in the second day, third days. Many people actually we just helping them to think clear. You know why you want to do Kangen water business. So if you don't do Kangen water business, what is your other options? Just compare. So if you already see Kangen water, you believe in the product. I believe this company is 46 years old. So if you already know all these things is now, what would you do? So we just those are the things. It's easy. Just create the environment for them to think through. So what do they actually want in life? We need events like this because sometimes in the training it is not effective. Why? Training is 2-3 hours. After that, they go back to their busyness. They go back to the normal days, which is very busy, busy, busy. Morning busy, afternoon busy, and night busy. So we fail to plan, fail to think for our life lah.
Yeah, Sam has something to ask you or share with you. Sam, you're on time.
Yes, yes, I fully agree with Chin. So whenever an opportunity comes up, right, when any of our leaders organize a retreat training or a weekend training, take the opportunity to be there, because this is also an opportunity for you to bring in your new people. All right, spend a 1 week and 1 weekend immersion with fellow disputers. Birds of the same feathers flock together. So in that time, in that this immersion time, right, the new people who still haven't got the faith in this business, by spending enough time over a weekend, right, the energy of the current disputers will rub off on them, and it also sort of allows them the space to be in a weekend of fellow distributors, which they don't get any other time. So usually when they are on their own, right, they're not thinking about Kangen because there's so many things happening in their world. But in this 2 weekend, let's say two or 3 days group meetings retreat, right, you're there, and there's nothing but Kangen, and you cannot help but just develop more faith in the machine, in the business, and then you get a lot of ideas, you get a lot of tips from the fellow disputers. So whenever there's a chance, when you get invited by your team leaders for such an event, don't miss it. It is so important, right? So perhaps, Michael, we should start planning on one.
Yeah, we should have our own boot camp or something like that.
Who here will be interested?
Now,
Who here will be interested to attend a boot camp? All right. Or maybe you can just type in there, type in the chat group there. If you're interested, type in there, boot camp, BOOTCAMP, BOOTCAMP, right? And we get something organized along those lines.
Sam, thanks for sharing, Sam. I think this is a wonderful idea we got to really work on because this is a new phase of our business life already. Chin, if it's okay, I will take a little bit of time to ask one gentleman who is also doing this quite well to share on his experience too. Can I ask Simon? Simon, if you are still around, can you please share with us your thoughts about having such kind of boot camps or organizing such kind of team bonding activities?
Okay,
Simon?
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here, Michael. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, Chin, thanks for sharing. Really learn a lot from you all the time whenever you know really share. Yeah, my 2 cents on bootcamp is it allows people to really immerse. It allows people to really have a different environment compared to their working environment. Like what Chin said, a lot of people attend a training 2 to 3 hours, and what happens after that? After that, in that 2 to 3 hours, they feel very excited, they feel very inspired, or the energy levels goes up. And then on the fourth hour, they go home or they go back to their work the next day. They fall back into that same thing. So the chances of converting a lot of them to the business becomes lower when that keeps on happening to people. So the good thing about a bootcamp, a longer bootcamp, is when experience it across a few days, and I would believe that the chances of them being part of us will be much higher compared to a shorter training. You know, so short trainings is kind of hard to convert somebody to go from A to B because they've been conditioned so many years, right, to do things this way and everything. So it will take some time. So I'm always a believer in a weekend training or 3 day training or all these kind of things. That's where the magic happens for a lot of people because the breakthrough may happen on day 2 or day 3. It takes some time. Yeah, so really recommend it.
Thank you, Simon. I ask you for your thoughts because you are one of the young, I don't call you millennial, but you're one of the
I am
younger
a millennial.
generation,
I am a millennial.
more dynamic younger generation who needs to feed us, with more energy and more information so that we can all grow together with great seafoods like seafood chin. I think we will have to have a new name for Sam and Cora already. Great grandmaster because they are our top leader. Okay, that's nice. At least today we have learned a lot of new things from Sifu Chin and the activities that he does with his group to see how the group really grow, not only in selling but in also recruiting, which is very, very important to us in this business. Looks like we can have one or two more questions from anything you have to add, Sam, before we end the session?
Actually, we are very close to at the end of our session already. So let's try to keep to our time.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Chin, yes, Chin, go ahead.
Chin,
Can I share this? We'll take up 3 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sure. All right, sure.
Right, 3 minutes. All right. Okay. So I think this is wait. I need to share the screen. Okay. I want to pull this out. This is I draw this. Okay. I saw Don Proser draw this and I drew this also. Okay. This is the true health. My friends, these are the true health. What is the first one is physical health, and then we have the financial health, then we have the true mental health, right? So this is how. Now Energic says it this way. Energic says if you drink Kangen water, you will have physical health. Okay. Do you have the photos?
Yes. You can see.
Do you see the photo?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
You see
no,
the photos, right?
We only see the drawing.
You see the drawing and the three things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Energic say it this way: if you drink Kangen water, you will have physical health. If you do the business, you can have financial health. But if you are out there to help other people, then you will have the mental health because you are thinking about other people. So this is the Energic way of saying it. Now, but I want to ask our friends here, maybe just a few of you leaders, okay? You can help them to answer. Out of these three, which one is the most important? It looks equal. It is in the drawing is equal, but which one is the most important?
All are important.
Okay, all important, right? Then let me change the question. Out of these three, which one is the most lacking in human beings' life? Most difficult to get. That's why I say it's most difficult to get.
It will be peace of mind.
It will be the peace of mind. So because that is the reason now. People can have a lot of money. They don't care about their health. All people can have a lot of money, they can buy whatever supplements, but yet they don't have the peace of mind now. This is all over our society. In the political situations, you look at it, people, I don't know how many of them they can really sleep very well at night. So when in Kangen water, we have obviously we have the physical help for drinking water. We enjoy the money by earning the money, but I really treasure is the last one. When we have the chance to have the chance to have the peace of mind. By the way, it is not mental health. That is wrong, because in Japan, I went to see Japan. Japan actually in Japan, in Japanese word, they use the word heart, sin, sin. But they are not talking about the heart pumping heart. They are talking about inner beings. The inner beings. I think that is the most difficult part to find. And actually, in the last 20 years of working, I cannot find this part. But I found it in Kangen water. I used to ask Sam, I don't know if you remember this or not. I asked Sam, what is the one thing that you really earn? It was one lunch I will have you. Do you really earn? And I'm not talking about money. So Sam, you said fulfillment. What's the fulfillment that we found in Kangen water? But we know that we are doing good things. We enjoy the money, but we are actually doing good things. You look at Zahid. She really enjoyed telling this story to all of us, how their team has really helped other people. Okay, and I think that we got to treasure this. So we got to guard the ship. Now, don't go shortcut. I want to tell to all our friends here, don't take shortcuts. Don't, because you want to make more money, you take shortcuts. Undercut people, throw prices, you do all kinds of things. You just want to get, then you will going to miss a lot of things. You miss the most important thing. You can find it in Enagic. That is the true health. Yeah, okay, let's finish, Sam and Michael.
Thank you very much, Chin. Thank you for your great sharing today. You have been very humble in your sharing, very transparent, and you gave us full of values. Let's give Mr. Chin, Sifu Chin, a big round of applause and appreciation. This is not going to be our last sharing with us, Chin. I'm sure there will be many more to come from you. Okay. And we would like to take this opportunity also to thank all those who have joined us in this Zoom session today. And especially to those who have stayed right up to now, and all those who have shared their Kangen experience. And for those of you who are keen to share, please get ready so that next week we will have more interesting sharings. And we also like to wish and thank our team leader, Mr. Sam, Chia, and Cora, and all our technical team members for their great work. And also, most important of all, finally, let's give another big round of applause to Chin for his great sharing today. Thank you very much. Sam, do you have anything to add? If not, this will be the end of our session already. Thank you very much. Please stay safe and safe. Sam.
Thank you, Michael, for being such a wonderful host for today. I'd just like to introduce our invited topic speaker for next week. So there's one guy whom I met about 10 years ago. I met him at the lift lobby in a building in Kuala Lumpur. All right. And that fateful day, it was my fortune. I was so blessed to have met this guy. And because of him, I'm now doing the Kangen business. So next week, we will have my sponsor, Bernard Chan from Singapore, who will be speaking here next week. So we look forward to seeing you here, guys, next week. All right. So I'm going to be allowing everybody to unmute themselves. You can unmute yourself now to say your byes. All right. So have a beautiful week ahead. Okay. Take care, everybody. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Sifu Chin. Thank you,
Mr.
Sam.
Sam. Master Sweet. Thank you, everyone, for good sharing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Chen. Thank you,
Take care,
Sam.
bye.
Thank you. All the best and success, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sam.
Bye-bye. Take care. See you there.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.